So in terms of stablecoins, I would prefer DAI because DAI is the premier stablecoin when it comes to DeFi, decentralized finance. So if you're trying to say, okay, you know what, we're going in this recession, I don't want to lose money. I want to find a way to make money. So maybe you start, maybe you take a portion of your funds out of crypto, whether Ethereum, Bitcoin, put it into a stablecoin like DAI, and you lend it out at maybe 7 or 10% interest, right? So there are lots of different platforms. In the past, recently we had on the CEO, Alex of Celsius Network. So for instance, they have stablecoin lending. So let me try to pull up their lending rates. So Celsius, out of all the different platforms we've looked into, like Nexo and others, in terms of the centralized lending platforms, in my opinion, this is probably the better one. So maybe you start lending your money. So maybe you take multi-collateral DAI, or even they do have other stablecoins, right? True USD, Gemini Dollar, Tether USD. So imagine you're getting 9.9% on stablecoins over the span of 1 year. If the market is going down 40%, that is a win. I mean, that's a win. Pat yourself on the back. You didn't take that L, right? Actually, let me see if I have a soundboard for that.
Shut up and take my money. Shut up and take my money.
I mean, so stablecoin lending in times like this is vital, crucial, right? I have some DAI, not much though. Just somebody paid me in DAI during for lunch, but I mean, I would say anything on platforms like this, whatever works. I mean, stablecoin lending, I think, is definitely a good hedge in a portfolio going into a recession. I'm not saying put all your money in a stablecoin, but hey, maybe you have all your money on the sidelines because we're now going through inflation. Well, not yet officially, but with all the money being printed, inflation is going to get a lot worse. So having your money just in a bank account is not good. So lending, platforms like this, or even DeFi lending. So platforms like Compound. Let me pull up Compound here. Compound platforms allow you to also do lending, right? So the Compound protocol, they have. Let me see what they have here. Okay, they don't have their lending rates. Okay, anyway, I would look into. Let's go to DeFi Pulse. So being able to lend your money, yeah, Compound should. Not sure why I guess I was on the wrong site. But being able to lend your money through DeFi and have custody in times like this is also good. However, everything has a risk. All right. One thing I learned from taking the investment advisor exam is everything has a risk. There is no free lunch. So even when it's non-custodial, the risk is the smart contract can get hacked. Or there could be glitches. We've seen what happened with Flash loans and BZX. We saw what happened with MakerDAO, where somebody got $4 million worth of Ethereum for free because, I mean, there was a Black Swan event that nobody was prepared for, and this person took advantage. So I guess in times like that, maybe there are free lunches. But in general, though, there typically are no free lunches. So yeah, I mean, even with lending, I mean, I would definitely hedge and stress test and have different ways you're lending. Maybe you lend on Celsius and DeFi. So in case one of them ends up having an issue. And then with DeFi, having insurance, right? There's decentralized insurance through Nexus Mutual. I haven't used it, but I have been hearing about it. Let me see if I can pull it up here. Because I know they did pay out people. I read this on the news. So Nexus Mutual, a people-powered alternative to insurance, get covered against smart contract failure. So definitely worth checking out and doing research on. I'm not sure what other options are available, but this one was getting some press attention recently with the, I think it was the flash loan hack. So let's see here. Their blockchain capital, kinetic capital, and one confirmation are participants. But yeah, I mean, you want to hedge against everything. Anything that has your money, have a backup plan that could crash. So don't put all your money in that. I mean, this goes back to ICO investing. I mean, most people that lost money are the people that put 50% of the money into one ICO. As opposed to, I mean, when it comes to trading, for example, there's a 2% rule, but it says don't put more than 2% into any trade. So, I mean, have that perspective. My rule when I was doing ICOs was not to put more than 10% into any ICO. But I mean, obviously, as things got riskier, probably should have changed that to like 5% or less. But maybe the rule is don't put more than 5% into anything, right? Maybe don't put more than 5% of your wealth into crypto, Bitcoin, or a particular asset. Maybe put like 5% in gold, 5% in real estate, 5% in lending. I mean, just plan to have lots of, it's kind of like having a table, and you want to have lots of stools or lots of legs, so that if one of the legs gets taken out, you can survive to live another day.